Everybody, we have a lot of good news to talk about the fourth stimulus check. So many economists are urging Congress to pass the fourth round of stimulus checks for Social Security beneficiaries. According to Joe Manchin, it is likely the next round of stimulus payments will be going out to a more targeted group of people. So, there are many people that are waiting to receive a new stimulus payment from Congress. The federal unemployment bonus ended in early September, but millions of people remain short of food and remain behind on bills. And the fourth stimulus check would definitely help.
Our levees are strong enough to withstand the next hurricane, the next flood, the wildfire, superstorm. Look, this legislation is going to change the lives of every American. And for 4 years long, the last president told us we're going to get the infrastructure done, but he couldn't get it done. So it was left to us, and we got the job done. By the way, we got some help from some Republicans who had the courage to vote for it initially and vote for it in the House. And now we need to do it again with my Build Back Better plan. And I'm confident we're going to get it done as we did in the past, everything else we've tried so far. And we're going to need your help. Your help when you're talking about it makes a difference. And for those families struggling to afford child care and elder care, our Build Back Better plan will be life-changing. For those 2 million women who can't get back to the workforce right now because of things like child care, this will get them back to work. And that's going to be good for them, good for the families, and good for the economy. But there's more. There's universal pre-K for every 3 and 4-year-old child in America. It's going to increase academic achievement in all children and give them an even start, no matter what home they come from, no matter how little they've been taught to read or they've been read to. It's going to change everything. More affordable health care and lower prescription drug costs. Tax cuts for working people in the middle class and are working their way into the middle class. Together with the infrastructure bill.
Now pleased to yield the floor, as we say in Congress, to the distinguished chair of the House Committee on Energy and Commerce. They say of that committee, if the sun shines on it or not, whatever it is the purview of the Energy and Commerce Committee. National security advisors all tell us that the climate crisis is a national security matter. It is, of course, a health matter for our children, the water they drink, the air they breathe, etc. It is a jobs issue between clean technologies being the future of our workforce and the training for all of that. It is a national security issue because of the all of the conditions that climate crisis produces. I won't go into all of them, but they are cause for migration, conflict over habitat and resources, and again, a security challenge globally. And then the fourth, of course, the moral issue that we need to pass on this planet to future generations in a responsible way. Now, recognizing what you said, we recognize that as well. And a big user of fuel, there have been many initiatives over time, more successful with more technology.
Now, last week, Madam President, President Biden unveiled a framework for his Build Back Better plan that will make historic investments to help millions of working and middle-class families achieve the American dream in the 21st century, while taking new and bold steps to tackle the climate crisis. Over the weekend, I continued diligent, assiduous negotiations with my Senate colleagues, the Speaker, and the White House, as Congress prepares to take action on the President's proposals. We are still talking and working through important details and making good progress. And I want to thank all my colleagues for their diligence, their expertise, and their commitment to getting something done. As I've always said, nobody is going to get everything they want in the deal, but it will have some things that everyone wants. Even as legislative text continues to get finalized, the framework itself already contains very, very good and important things that will make a tremendous difference in the lives of the American people. It will help the middle class stay in the middle class. It will help those struggling to get to the middle class get there a little more easily. It will really help Americans in ways that Washington has not helped Americans in quite a few years. One way it will help is child care. Tens of millions of American families struggle with the unaffordable costs of taking care of their children. For some families, childcare can cost over $10,000 a year, forcing parents to make the painful choice between going to work and looking after their kids. The consequences for our economy with its shortage of...
Some states like California have recognized this and the need for more assistance. They have actually provided additional payments to their state residents. A group of Democratic senators like Ron Wyden, Bernie Sanders, and Elizabeth Warren also wrote a letter to President Biden asking for recurring direct payments of automatic unemployment insurance extensions. Other people that signed a bill included Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and Democrats like Ilhan Omar, and they called for $2,000 per month of stimulus checks until the end of the crisis. And a letter from the members of the House Ways and Means Committee renewed the push for additional stimulus. According to the letter, a fourth and even a fifth check could keep an additional 12 million people out of poverty. Combined with the effects of the American Rescue Plan, direct payments could reduce the number in poverty from 44 million to 16 million. A majority of Americans also favor recurring relief payments, as according to a poll by Data for Progress carried out at the beginning of the year. The unemployment rate fell to just 4.6% in October, with some workers finding jobs or leaving the workforce. But job growth exceeded expectations for the first time in a few months. The economy added around 530,000 jobs in October, above the forecast of 450,000, and that was well above the 194,000 new jobs added in September. In the week ending October 16th, nearly 2.7 million Americans were receiving some form of unemployment aid. About half the U.S. states began trying to push back people into the market, with mostly Republican-led states discontinuing $300 federal unemployment bonus. So, if Democratic lawmakers get their way, Medicare will start covering hearing services for the first time in program's history. The coverage, which take effect in 2023, is included in Democrats' proposed $1.85 trillion spending bill. That's dubbed the Build Back Better Act, and is aimed partly at strengthening the social safety net. The legislative package still needs approval in both the House and Senate before it can be signed into law by Biden. Now, hearing is not the only coverage gap. In addition to many new enrollees finding out that Medicare is not free, they may also be surprised that it doesn't cover a variety of healthcare expenses. About 63.3 million people are enrolled in Medicare. Most of them are age 65 and older, and the rest are generally younger with permanent disabilities. Some people with low incomes qualify for programs that reduce their Medicare-related costs. So, what are your thoughts on this, everybody? Tell me in the comments below.